Do you ever feel like you're just not cut out for something? Like learning a new skill, starting a business, or even just getting into a good habit? You see others excelling and it feels like they have some secret talent you were never given. That's exactly how a young girl named Sarah felt about reading. For her, books weren't magical portals. They were heavy, intimidating objects filled with endless pages and words that blurred together. Whenever she tried to read, her mind would wander after just a few lines. She'd close the book with a heavy sigh, feeling defeated. In class, while her friends excitedly discussed their favorite stories, Sarah would sit in silence, feeling like she was falling further and further behind. She convinced herself that reading was a gift for the smart kids, and she just wasn't one of them. One afternoon, her teacher, seeing her frustration, offered a piece of advice that would change everything. She didn't give Sarah a lecture or a more challenging book. Instead, she said something simple and gentle. You don't have to read a whole book, Sarah. Just try reading 1 page a day. 1 page. That sounded manageable. It wasn't a mountain to climb, just a single step. It felt safe. It felt possible. That evening, Sarah picked up a thin book from her shelf, one she'd avoided for weeks. She opened it, took a breath, and read just 1 page. Then, as promised, she closed it. There was no pressure to continue, no guilt for stopping. For the first time, she finished her reading for the day and felt a tiny spark of accomplishment. She had kept her promise to herself. The next day, she did it again. 1 more page, and then another the day after. The habit began to take root. Of course, it wasn't always exciting. Some days the page was dull, other days she was tired and just wanted to sleep. But the goal was so small, so achievable, that she never felt overwhelmed. 1 page was never too much to ask. Slowly, without her even realizing it, things started to shift. The words on the page began to feel less like a chore and more like a conversation. Her eyes started moving more smoothly across the lines. Her focus, which used to be so fleeting, began to last a little longer. After a few weeks of this simple 1 page ritual, something surprising happened. Sarah finished a page and felt a pull, a curiosity to know what came next. She turned the page and then another. 1 page a day quietly transformed into 2 pages, then 5. Before she knew it, she was devouring entire chapters in a single sitting, completely lost in the story. The initial struggle was a distant memory. The teacher noticed the change almost immediately. Sarah's hands started shooting up in class. She wasn't just reading the words anymore. She was understanding the stories, analyzing the characters, and sharing her ideas with confidence. Her vocabulary expanded and her writing improved. The quiet girl in the back of the room was now an active, engaged participant. By the end of the school year, the results were astonishing. Sarah, the girl who once believed she couldn't even finish a single chapter, had read more books than anyone else in her class. Her classmates, who once saw her as someone who didn't like to read, now looked up to her. She wasn't just a reader. She was the top reader. Sarah's journey teaches us a profound lesson that applies to any goal we have in life. Big, life-changing success doesn't come from massive, heroic efforts. It's born from small, almost invisible habits, performed with consistency. That 1 page didn't seem like much at first. It was just a tiny, insignificant action. But repeated day after day, it unlocked her potential and opened up a whole new world of knowledge, confidence, and imagination. So whatever your goal is, don't be intimidated by the mountain. Just focus on taking that first small step and then another tomorrow. You'll be amazed at how far 1 page a day can take you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.